You know, skin to me is really important. And as Terry mentioned, skincare and developing a business around skincare is really fun. I am excited about it. As you know, our skin is being constantly bombarded by pollution and radiation and allergens and free radical damage, and all of these things, in addition to aging, cause real havoc in our appearance. And what we will notice as we age, that our skin loses the elasticity. And guess how you put your little hand up? Okay, everyone put their hand up. To test the elasticity of your skin, to see what its bounce back is, just take the top and pinch it. How quickly does that bounce back? If it's staying up there, then you want some of this product. You want that back. But can you imagine how important that is all over your face and on your throat? It's really important. We obviously, as we age, we develop wrinkles and deeper expression lines. We develop other awful things, but we lose the ability to maintain proper moisture levels, which is really a detriment over time to the appearance of our skin. Our skin becomes rough. It loses that smooth surface layer, and even the coloration of our skin changes. So the big question is really, must this happen? And I'm not saying that we're not going to age, because we are, but can we fight this process a little? Absolutely. And that is exactly what we're going to do, because we can prevent and repair harmful cellular changes with very powerful technology, what we're going to call with Trulum intrinsic youth technology. There are properties in this product line that you will not find anywhere else. And what I love most about Trulum is that, yes, we do have these incredible ingredients, extracts, fruits, oats, seeds. We're going to talk about some of these things in just a minute. But what we also have are these things called reparative signaling enzymes. Trulum, honestly, it has the power to repair and reprogram your skin on a cellular level to think that it's younger. Now, I'm going to show you how we're going to do that, but it works, and it's fantastic. We're going to focus on the 3 layers of the skin, because our product line focuses specifically on all of these layers of skin, and that's why we have such a profound effect as you use this product over time. To really understand the science, let's just quickly go through. We're going to have a little chemistry class, a little biology class. The layer that you're seeing on my skin and what you see on everyone else's skin is called the stratum corneum. You want a plump, smooth surface layer. And this is funny, because this is the only time when plump is an okay word to use when talking about anyone else, right? Especially women. No, actually, I think it's all of us. But we do want that. We want that plump surface layer. The next thing that we're looking for is a really healthy, replicating keratinocytes in the epidermal layer of the skin. The next thing that we really want this undulating basal cell layer. We're going to talk more about that, but believe it or not, that is really important. Another thing that we really want to see is we want abundant collagen type 3 and type 7 and elastin in the dermal layer of our skin. And of course, in the hypodermis, the base, we want healthy replicating, a foundation that supports all of this. That is what we're looking for. And the thing of it is, as we age, our body chemistry slows. And as it slows down, the production of these key elements that's needed to support youthful, vibrant, and beautiful skin, it just diminishes. And that is a bummer, because when that happens, the result of that is at the base layer, when you start thinking about that, the result is the first thing is going to happen is the diminished production of this collagen type 3. Well, guess what? That then impacts and significantly reduces elastin. Well, when you do that, it weakens the basal cell layer, which is the supportive layer of the epidermis, which then thins that out. And as a result, you have a weak and sad cover of your face. And that is what we don't want. So as you think about your own skin, as you think about aging and you think about the natural process of your chemistry slowing down, we really need to think about what we can do. Because when you look at this picture, you know, both women are beautiful. They are beautiful. But I've got to tell you, if I can do something that will inhibit wrinkles, laugh lines, discoloration, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to fight like crazy. And do you want to know what? Together, science and nature can make a huge difference. And so when you look at the Trulum product line, you've got to say to yourself, you know, what really is our magic? Because it is magic. And I have to tell you, it's not just the ingredients. I want you to really think about this. It is all about how we transport specific ingredients to specific receptor sites in your skin's biology. That is it. We're going to talk a little bit about what really sets us apart, but I want you to really internalize this. It's about what ingredients that we transport and how we actually can deliver very specific ingredients to specific places of the skin. And that's why it tricks your skin into being young and acting young. So when you think about Trulum skincare, okay, check it out. Here's mine, okay? We have a few different steps. The first step is we cleanse, okay? In any skincare program, you are going to cleanse, you're going to tone, you're going to treat, and you're going to moisturize. I've got all my treatment products here. We're going to talk about them in just a minute. But first, to go through this process, let me tell you why this is so important. And the cleansing gel, if you haven't tried this cleansing gel, you are going to love it. It smells so good. It is so smooth. But you might say, what is so special about a cleanser? Well, I'll tell you, more than you probably think. And to kind of illustrate that, do you remember that surface layer we were talking about? Remember the stratum corneum? Let's just really quickly review this, because the visual that you're seeing right now, this is the top layer of the skin. And what you can see when you see this picture, there's these little bricks that connect these corneocytes. Do you see how they're connecting? Do you also see those little hair, the little hair-like structures that go in between the corneocyte? This is really important because these hairs communicate with each other. Those little bricks, they communicate and hold this layer together. So why is that important when you think about aging? If you damage the stratum corneum by putting harsh products, cleansers on your skin, it literally will weaken and it literally will rip out some of those lipids, and your body loses its ability to maintain and hold the moisture to your skin. Now, what happens if you lose moisture? How many of you have ever ridden on a motorcycle or a four-wheeler and you go out and you're in the sun and I have a scooter, and Lauren and I would go scootering all the time. And I promise when I was done, I would feel so dry. And I think, oh my gosh, I'm aging by doing my scooter. Well, you know what? That drying process, if you do things like that, it increases the evaporation of the water that's supposed to be held in your skin. Now, there are several things that we do that really promote loss of moisture from the skin. And when you think about a basic cycle of skincare, this is where the horror begins, because it's a horrifying prospect when you think about it. Do you know that the basic cycle of skincare, what do? You know what? We cleanse our face and then we moisturize our face, right? Then we cleanse and then we moisturize. And that's just basically how the cycle of skincare happens. That's what it is. But there's a problem. Because depending on the ingredients that that are in the product that you're putting on your face will really harm you. Now you can see here in a little illustration, we blacked out the name so you can't tell exactly what that is, but this is a moisturizing cream. It is a very popular moisturizing cream that you can find on the market. And when you look at the ingredients, here is the ingredient list. You can see that water is there, but look at what right after that, mineral oil. Then you go down a little bit more and then you see petrolatum. Do you realize mineral oil, petrolatum, those are byproducts of the gasoline refinery process. They are cheap fillers, and you do not want this in your product because it fouls up the communication of the lipids in your skin. And the problem is when you put a product on that has that type of covering, because in the olden days, they just felt like, okay, how do we hold moisture in? Well, let's just seal it up with all of these terrible things. Well, obviously a pretty drastic illustration, but it's almost like putting a tar on. Well, then how do you get that tar on? Well, you have to use such a vigorous astringent to peel that off. And then what do? Then you put the bad stuff on again, and then you strip it off again. This is the cycle of skincare. If you're not careful and you don't know, if you don't know what the ingredients are in a product that you're using, you could be literally doing something that's like that, and it hurts your skin. And you don't want to do that. The problem is most people don't understand what damages the skin and what are good ingredients and bad ingredients. And when we use this poor method of skincare, it increases that transepidermal water loss. It dries the skin, and that is the beginning of aging, wrinkling, and our inability to have luminescent skin. I don't know about you. I don't want that. I don't. So here's some questions for you. Do you use soap when you cleanse your skin? Okay, don't. If you are doing that, don't do that, because you want to know what happens. You know those little hair-like lipids? Do you know that the skin has a really hard time? It can't really replace those particular hair-like thingies. If you strip those out of there, then you are just opening up the reservoir to lose that moisture. Don't use soap because it will strip those out. Another thing is, do you know if the ingredients in the products that you use, are they harmful? Do you know? And here's another question. Are the most expensive brands always the best? Which is a big no. That's a big no. Look here in this illustration. Okay, here is a product. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but some of you may recognize it. It's $100 for that cleanser. $100 for the cleanser. Look over here. Here's a moisturizer, $104. Okay. Now, are these standard prices? You know something? You can find cheaper products than that for sure. You can find a lot of more expensive products also. Why is skincare so expensive? Well, traditionally, do you want to know why? Is because when you walk into a shopping mall, when you go into a beautiful department store, what do you usually see? What's the very first thing that you stub your toe on when you walk in? It's the makeup and cosmetic counter. It's the skincare counters. Why? Well, because this is where the biggest markup is in that entire department store. Of all their departments, skincare and cosmetics have the biggest markup. Why? Because the public pays for marketing and packaging and a beautiful storefront. That's what you pay for. You're not paying for ingredients. And how do you know that? Go look. Go and look at what the ingredients are. Now, this is big business. You see, skincare is a 200 billion global market, will be by 2024. But let me tell you something else that is so fun. The men's personal care market is growing so fast. It's one of the most exploding markets, $166 billion by 2022. Do you want to know of the men's skincare market? Guess what age is really chewing up this market? Men in their 20s and 30s. Isn't that fascinating? I love it. Well, this is a real insight. People are interested. So when you think about the demographic as far as a business, who's interested? Everyone. I mean, everyone I know, I guess. Maybe not everyone. Okay, an exaggeration, but so many people. So let's go back to this idea about moisture and the idea of just normal skincare and that program, because can we hold the moisture to the skin without damaging it? How do we do that? Well, absolutely. And I want to introduce you to one of the first cool technologies that we have, and it's humectant technology. And some of you might think to yourself, well, I've heard of humectants because they've been around for a while, and you're absolutely right. Maybe you have heard of hyaluronic acid. Maybe you've heard of NAPCA. These are just some of these humectants that have been out on the market. But what are they? A humectant, it attracts and retains moisture from the air by drawing the water vapor into or beneath the organism's surface. So it's basically a water magnet. That's what it is. I want to just tell you about our cleanser and the technology that's in our cleanser and some of the other products. We have what we call dehydrated hyaluronic acid. It's not just the ingredient that is important, because is it important that it's dehydrated? Yes, it is. But look at what ours does. We employ a multi-layered microsphere that encapsulates the dehydrated hyaluronic acid. And what that does is it's actually this little multi-layered microsphere, you know what, they charge it. And so when you put it on the skin, it literally knows to penetrate the skin, and then it attaches and it actually releases its cargo. Okay, this is what is specific about our product line. It's this ability to know where you need an ingredient and deliver it to that exact spot. Now let me tell you, what if it wasn't packaged in this microsphere? What if you put hyaluronic acid just on the surface of the skin? Well, it'd just puddle, it'd just make you sweaty basically, or just really puddled on the surface of the skin. Is that where you want it? No, you don't. You need to go into the dermal layer, and you have got, that epidermal layer, and you have got to be able to hold it there, because that's where it can do its greatest, release its greatest benefit. I'm just going to tell you that this is so cool, because hyaluronic acid on its own will attract 50 times its weight in water naturally. Okay, that's what it can do. Dehydrated hyaluronic acid has the ability to draw 500 times its weight in water. So see, what we're illustrating here is the power of our ingredient. But when you deliver it to that receptor site that is so important, it plumps up to 1,000 times its original size. And that is why some of the technology as far as moisturizing is very important. And it's throughout all of our product line. If you want to see ingredients, by the way, of our products, you can always see them on the website, on the packaging, and on fact sheets. Now, we've talked about the cleanser, and let's just kind of jump really quickly into the toner, because why do you use a toner? You use a toner because when you even get water on the skin, it changes the pH balance of the skin. And when you do that, until your body can pull back that normal pH, it is susceptible to free radical damage and other kind of environmental risk. And so you don't want to do that. And that is why you will put a toner on, because it will establish that pH balance right away. But what is unique about our toner, it is called a hydrating toner. Do you want to know why? Because it hydrates. Have you used this? I love it. Okay, can you see? I've put my little spray on there. And as soon as I cleanse, I take this off and I seriously, and I make sure it's all over my throat. I love this. And you instantly feel like you are ready to apply the other products. When you put on this toner, it will make your other products last twice as long. It properly prepares your skin to receive those other treatment products and the moisturizer. I love it. As you can see, you can apply this with cotton or a spray pump. It's totally your choice. Okay, so now we've talked about cleansing and toning. Now let's talk about the treatment products. I love these so much. And the first treatment product we're going to talk about, and by the way, we will talk about the order that you can use those. I'm going to just say right now, as far as the treatment products go, you can put these on in any order you like. First cleanse, then tone, and then put on your treatment products. The reason you put on your treatment products right after you balance is because usually these are, they have really powerful ingredients. and you want them to be able to get to those special places on your skin before you put on the moisturizer, which is it's a thicker, heavier product, right? Because of the ingredients and what it's designed to do. So put your treatment products on. I can tell you that the very first product I put on is actually the youth serum after my pH balance. Then I put on the eye cream. After that, then I put on my brightening serum. I love that. And then I put on intrinsic. That's the order that I do. You don't have to, because it really, on those, it doesn't really matter, but that's the order that I love these products. Now, let me tell you quickly about the brightening serum. This brightening serum is phenomenal. Now, you're seeing this picture, which I am familiar with. This is not me, by the way, but I should show you my skin. Oh, I wish I would have taken a before shot. Remember how I tell you guys to take a before shot? Oh my gosh, take a before shot. It is shocking. This product is dynamite. It honestly will level out the skin tone aggressively. I look at my hands. Look at my hands. Can you see? Look at my hands. You can still see a few of them here. You should have seen what they were before. My hands look so good. And even my skin, I used to have, I have these little spots here. They are just going away. The thing of it is when you put yourself in the direct line of UV light, what it'll do is it will come in and it starts breaking down. It just kind of chips away at your protective barrier of the skin. And after a while, it actually will pick away and create these pockets, these packets actually of melanin. Melanin is the natural pigmentation of your skin. We all have different color of pigmentation, but it is in our DNA, and whatever that pigment is what shows on the surface of your skin. If I go out and I am damaged by the sun, which is obvious that it has happened to me, that damage over time will cause this melanocyte to appear, and it has this pockets of this melanin, and it bursts open in these big chunks, like way, I mean, trillions of them, honestly. And that's what it is. It's the inability to regulate the melanin in even levels that cause these spots, because we have these melanocytes that have gone haywire in our skin. When you put on the brightening serum, it does a couple of things. It is going to increase your skin luminance, but look over here. It is an amazing collagen production machine. It decreases skin roughness. Now we're going to talk a little bit about this. Look at the data at the bottom of your screen. 85% of women declared that their wrinkles seem to have decreased. 81% that their spots seem to reduce, and skin roughness decreased 26.2% over 28 days. All right, now I want to talk to you because, and Terry and I are going to talk a little bit about retin-A. We're going to talk about other exfoliants. We're going to talk about other, strategies of skincare, and we're going to refer to this, so I want you to hang on, and we're going to come back to this, but it's very powerful. The youth serum, as I told you, is one of my most favorite products. I love it. Okay, you're remembering, this is the young, you can see the young versus the old skin. So what is the magic in this product? Okay, we've got that bipyramidal liposome. It's the same thing. If you could put inside a little package, a little messenger that literally can deliver the most powerful message to your skin, well, that's basically what this product does. Because in the dermal layer of your skin, we have these things called fibroblasts. Fibroblasts produce collagen type 3 and elastin. As we age, our body slows down the production of this. And when that happens, this is the beginning of the end. No, it is. It is the beginning of wrinkles. It's the beginning of discoloration, of lack of support. It's just a bummer. And the thing of it is, our chemistry thinks that we should do that. And so what happens is the fibroblasts just slow down their production of this collagen type 3. Well, what this product does is it literally delivers in this bipyramidal liposome. You put it on the skin, and it honestly will go right down to the fibroblast. It delivers it exactly where it's supposed to go, and it unveils itself, and there is this signaling molecule that says, hey, hey, fibroblast, turn on production. And you know what your body says? Oh, well, okay, I will. I didn't think I should, but I can. And all of a sudden, those engines start blazing, and all of a sudden, you are overriding the natural tendency to just slow down the production, and all of a sudden, your body is producing what it should in youthful levels. Now, if that doesn't excite you, then you don't care about skincare. But if you care about skincare, then you realize that you have just been able to fake your body out. And when you do that, you see it builds the elastin, which builds the basal cell, which builds the epidermis, which on the surface makes you look beautiful. I want to just show you this little video. This is an actual clinical study with the active ingredient that is in our youth serum. Do you see up there? Do you see those little dots? Those are actual fibroblasts. And this is illustrating the cell division and the ability for these fibroblasts to build the collagen and actually move. What we want to see, this is just on the side of a screen, and all of that active ingredient has been pushed up, and you can see that hard line. Do you see? Okay, look right there. Do you see the migration that sort of happened down below that line? Not very much though, is it? Okay, that shows in a 24-hour period of the activity that's going on with the fibroblast. Now I want you to see it, what happens with our active ingredient. This is, don't worry, the green will go away. This is with the active ingredient, and what you're going to see, look at the movement. Look at that movement. We are crossing over, which is illustrating the ability for this active ingredient to help our fibroblasts turn on and create this elastin. I want you to watch down at the bottom in the middle of your screen. You are going to see cell division like nobody's business. Can you see all of that activity? So why is that important? Because that supports the skin, and that's what helps avoid the wrinkles, the fine lines, the laugh lines. This is a huge breakthrough. If you look down at the data on this product, it stimulates pro-collagen production 144% and hyaluronic acid synthesis 59%. Now, wait a minute. Hyaluronic acid, I thought that was an ingredient. It is, but it's also naturally created in your body. And as you age, you stop producing it in those youthful levels. This triggers your body into producing it. The same thing. This is a powerful product. And so when you talk about treatment products and you look at other products, look at the prices. These are other specialty products that fall into this category. You can see they're, you know, a huge difference in price. $298 for a product like that, and $103. I realize these are US dollars, but you do the math for your currency. Do you want to know what the ingredients are on these particular products? It's shocking. I'm going to let you do that. But what you're going to start to learn is Trulum does not work on the surface of the skin. That is not what it's designed to do. It is designed to work from the inside out. Now, we're going to quickly go through these because I want some time for a question and answer, and I want to talk to you about the business, but I'm telling you the eye cream is so powerful. The thing you need to know about the eye cream is the eye area is the most sensitive area of skin on the body, and it does not have pores. And so a product has to be able to penetrate this skin and be able to do its job. We have the ability, our technology in this product is just incredible because it helps produce collagen type 7 in here. And it also has ingredients that, do you remember this, that undulation between the dermal and epidural layer? Do you know that when we age, those layers begin to separate? And that's why we have baggy eyes and we have, you know, baggy and puffy eyes. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Well, this product actually helps adhere. I wrote it down, but it probably doesn't even matter. But there's actually a process where it literally, it pushes that together, it seals that, but it causes that undulation. Why is the undulation important? Is because there's more surface area for it to remain bouncy and firm. That's why you want it. You can see down here also, these are similar statistics of that of the youth serum. Phenomenal. Other eye creams, and again, you go and look at it, $67 here to $140 there. Our competitors, they're all over the place. You can get products that are more inexpensive. It's not so much about the price, you guys. It's about what's in that product. Marketing is everything. If it looks like an expensive product, then they're going to sell it like it's an expensive product and it's worth it. But if you look at ingredients, that's where the differentiation comes. Now, intrinsic complex, let's talk about this. Do you remember this picture? Those little age spots, you know, gone undetected, and as we expose ourselves to UV, you know, the body doesn't like that over time, because intact DNA is healthy DNA. If you have too much UV irradiation and it basically kills that part of the DNA strand, what does the body do? Well, all I can tell you is damaged DNA can't replicate. And because we can't make claims or talk anything about disease or anything, but I will tell you this is the beginning of a very dangerous situation for the skin when you have damaged DNA that cannot replicate itself. So what does intrinsic complex do? It is remarkable. It literally has a power to go in exactly where that damage is. It removes it, it repairs it, and it puts it right back and inserts it into the repaired DNA right back into where it should have been. This is remarkable. At one point, you know what, I'm going to tell you the story of how we acquired this technology. I won't now because it'll take too long, but I'm telling you it is a fascinating story. As far as comparisons for product, I can't even give you one because there's no one that even says that they can do what this product does. Okay, now this is the fun part. I'm going to show you some pictures, which, by the way, I am making zero claims. Absolutely, this is just experience from my own. And guess what? It is the older version of the intrinsic complex. So it's not even the intrinsic complex. It's the older version of this product. I have a friend, her name's Carmen Halpern. And she lives on a lake, and she honestly, to test this out, went out on her boat and she purposefully burned her back. She put this product on, and this is 6 hours after. What this product is known to do is it protects the DNA. But what you've got to understand, what we didn't realize from the beginning, this product is what I built my business on at the very, very beginning. And this product used to be called DNA Repair Cream. And because that's exactly what it did. It is very effective for sunburn, but I want to show you, here's another picture of my friend. This is her shoulder. She had her bathing suit on, she got burned, and she put the product on, but she didn't lift her bathing suit strap up and get underneath the strap, and that's the difference between the product being applied to sunburn skin. But guess what? Look at this. This is my very own son. His name is Adam. I have these pictures. This is November 6th. He was working on an engine, and I think it's called the radiator hose. I don't know, but it's, you know, over 260-degree steam, and it broke, and it got all over him, obviously. We rushed him to the hospital where they said that he might lose his arm, because when you have that kind of burn, it destroys the capillaries and it can't move that blood flow to the hand, and we thought that he might lose his hand. You can see that it got on his stomach. Okay, that was November 6th. I want you to do the math. Look at this. This is November 15th. And this is a picture. You can see that the hair, where it was so bad, you can see that the hair's gone. He has no scarring. And again, I'm not going to tell you that using this product is going to you're going to have that same result. I'm not at all. But I'm going to say that you ought to try it. Every little mother that has a child, keep this close for sun and heat. It's amazing. It is such a beautiful product, and I love it. So when do I use this product? Well, every morning and night, but when I'm going to be outside, I am going to have that product with me because it is that good. The moisturizer, we've come full circle, guys, because the moisturizer is the final step in our regime. We've cleansed, we've toned, we've now done our treatment products, and now we're going to moisturize. The moisturizer is powerful. It, of course, employs the dehydrated hyaluronic acid, but other things too. And you can see by the data that it increases skin hydration by 88% in 30 minutes, and it moisturizes for up to 24 hours. That is big. It is big. Our competitors here, you can see, is, you know, obviously I've picked higher end products. Well, why would I do that for a comparison? Well, it's because they claim they do what we do, but they don't. And so this is basically our competition. You can see here our product is very reasonably priced, and the results that we achieve are phenomenal. I want to talk to you also really quickly about our proprietary technology. Some of you may wonder, well, is this patented? Guess what? It's not. It's proprietary technology. Why? Because do you know that when you submit for a patent, you have to put out your recipe. You have to tell everything about what's in your product. And after a certain period of time, people can take that, alter it a tiny bit, and come up with kind of a knockoff. Well, they haven't done that. We have proprietary information, and that is where you hold it close to your vest and you don't ever have to share what you have. This, again, goes back when I started my business. So does it really apply to today? No, probably no, but it's so exciting. Do this yourself. This is my friend Eric. Eric put this product on half of his face, and it was just fantastic. I love people that do that. Well, here's the classic of all classic. Oh, sorry, I want to show you. Here's the classic of all classics of half the face. Stein, I love you. This is so fantastic. So I bet you guys have seen that picture. Let me show you my other, remember Carmen Halpern, my friend, and she lives about, I don't know, 6 hours from me. She's the girl that burned her back on purpose. Well, this is her after 5 months of using the old version of the skincare. I really am excited about the power of this product line, especially because of the money back guarantee that we offer. And also, as I've researched and I've learned, there are few, if any, companies that are holding themselves to the standard that we do in excellence, in product, in result delivery. I want to tell you just one little quick story. In the US, they actually back ordered Trulum for about, I don't know how long it ended up being, maybe 6 weeks. Okay, it was horrible. We wanted that, and I was thinking, are you kidding? I've never had a back ordered product like that in my career. And I talked to Deb Durfee, who is the US, the manager in the US. And I said, Deb, what is up with that? And what was so funny about this, you know this box, the box? Our quality assurance is so stringent. When Synergy received the shipment of the product, the box, the outer box of the product had a scuff on it. It was just like a scuff. It didn't bend the box. It didn't hurt it certainly didn't even touch the container inside, but there was like a little mark across. Synergy rejected that entire shipment of product due to the scuff on the box because it didn't meet our quality control. That is why our product was back ordered for a little bit. So I called Debbie and I said, Debbie, I want one of those rejected boxes. I want to see it because I think that is a great story. But I want you to know that that is exactly the care that this company takes. If there's even a scuff on the box, we're not interested. I love that. Now, if I can, we've got some time, and I want to invite Terry on. Terry, are you there, sister?
Yes, I'm here, Diane. You're doing a great job. I've made so many notes.
Oh, good. All right, I'm going to turn the time to Terry because she had arranged some questions, and I hope she can't stump me, but we'll give it a shot. Maybe there's some questions that we can help answer.
Okay, I have one question here that someone's asking, if someone wants to mix Trulum products with other companies' products, what would you say? What would your answer be?
You know something? I think that if someone wants to do that, then great. I think that it is our job to educate why they would want to use the Trulum package together. But, you know, any way I can get a product into the hand of anyone, the product does its job. And they're going to be coming back for more, and they'll begin to trust that, because skincare is an emotional thing for people. They like what they like. And sometimes you will run into people who will try certain things and to just add it to what they have. But what that will do is it builds trust in our brand, and it will help them want to try other things. I don't think that it's optimal. And because of our 120-day money-back guarantee, I would tell them about that. So the bottom line for those who are distributors on this call right now, this webinar, you know something? Become educated. Teach them about this. But by all means, don't turn away a sale of even just the cleanser. I'm telling you, I gave this to someone across the street, and it was from the cleanser that I've sold the whole thing to, because that's what she wanted at first. So listen to what your customers want, and then provide that with always the intention that the product will do the work for you to begin. And then your job is to educate and to be able to share with them the possibilities of what can happen using the product. Is that helpful, Terry?
Yes, of course it is. Yeah, I've got another one for you. What about people who really want products with retinol A? You know, what do you know about that, and what can you tell us?
Okay, I'm really happy that you asked me that, because I did a lot of research about this. First of all, if anyone understands what Retin A is a product that you usually typically put on at night, and it changes the acid, the pH of the skin, because what the end result they're looking for by applying Retin A is they want this stratum corneum, they want that to exfoliate. They want it a quicker exfoliation. Now, why would you want that? Well, it's kind of obvious, because what they're trying to do is slough off that outer layer to reveal that younger, that newer skin. Because when you do that, it has been shown to reduce wrinkles. It's been shown to color, even the coloration of the skin. And so it's a process that people actually really enjoy. Let me tell you that's the end result. So what they're looking for is exfoliation and quicker and rapid turnover of the cell proliferation on the skin surface, right? Okay, if that's what they're looking for, then what we need to understand is, how old is Retin A science? First of all, Retin A, it really makes you sensitive to sun. You've got to be very careful when you're using a Retin A product that you don't go out in the sun, because then you're at risk for that newer skin that's on the surface now. So usually it causes sometimes rashing, it's sometimes painful, but yet it yields the result they're looking for. Okay, now I want to tell you, look, I'm going to put on my glasses. I want to tell you about an ingredient that we have in our brightening serum. One of my favorite products, because who knew? The brightening serum is supposed to, it's what is it? What do we usually think about it? For even coloration, right? Well, how do you think that it gets that even coloration? How do you think it is achieving all of those other benefits? It's the cell, it's sloughing off that skin just like a Retin A product. And so when you go back, and in fact, oh, I wish I did this, but here's I actually, because of Mark Ward, who helped develop this product, who actually did with Synergy, there is an ingredient. If you look here, there's oats. If you look in here, there's oats and there's yeast. These, I don't want to tell you wrong, but here's bottom line. The ingredients that we have here is far better than Retin A. It is far better than retinol. It is so much better. It achieves that benefit without the irritation and the potential damage from the UV. It says here, there's a trade name, I can't tell you what it is. It is potentiates the non-irritating exfoliation of the stratum corneum, the outermost layer of the skin. Skin roughness decreased 26.2% over 28 days. Skin luminance increased by 43.3%. It's already in this product. So now you know, retinol, retin-A, great, because they want that skin turnover, they want that exfoliation. Well, it's just in here called Brightening Serum. So hopefully that'll help. Okay.
That's great. Great explanation.